Well, I ran out of rocks. It has happened. I could go outside and pick some up, and I could use those for projects I'm going to do, but I would rather do something like this, make my own rock, because then I know it's going to come out right every time. It's not going to have edges I don't know how to deal with, and I know the size so that it's easier to make things. So if you're a person who makes who does mandala art, fluid art, dotting art, kindness rocks, things like that, you're probably going to want to stay tuned and see how I make these. So simple, shockingly simple. Before we go too far, what do I do with these? I sell them at my craft shows. I give them as gifts. They make beautiful gifts. People will either use them as paperweights or they'll put them out on their tables. They look really high end once you add the epoxy to them. All right, so here's the scale we're going to be using. Here's what we're going to make, a rock like this and a rock like this. They're different colors because this one is dried and this one I did yesterday, so it's still darker gray, and when it dries it'll look more like this. All right, so that's what we're going to be making today. I've got 2 molds, and I think I got these, I'll link to where I got these. I can't remember what company I got these from. I've got some gypsum here. I think this is USG Ultra Cal. I'll go ahead and put a link to that down below too. I've got a cup to make it in. I've got a little cup for water, and I've got distilled water, which is what you want to be using for this. Okay, all right, so first thing we're going to do, we are going to put our cup on the scale and set it to 0, and we're doing ounces. All right, and the reason you put your cup on the scale and then clear it is so that the cup isn't counted in the weight. And I know that to do these 2, I need 13.20 of the Ultra Cal and 5 ounces of water. I already know that because I've done the math on it and figured it out. There's a little chart you'll use. And I'm trying to get it to 13.20. Hopefully you can see there. Oh, pretty good. 13.25, I'll take that. That's all I need. All right. Okay, and now I need 5 ounces of water, so if I clear it again, I can just put 5 ounces of water in. Now I'll put this in a cup first so I can control it a little easier. So I'm trying to get 5 ounces, 2 ounces. It's weird doing this upside down. I could use just a little more. Pretty good. Maybe even a little more. There we go. Perfect. Now, you want to use a gloved hand when you're doing this. And I just mix mine. I pick a bucket big enough, a little puffs up, so you don't want to breathe that in. You could do this outside, would be easier. Or you could do it, or if you've got a respirator or something you want to wear. Usually I would wear one of those, but I'm not going to today, just because I'm demonstrating. But basically, I'm mixing with my hand so I can scrape the sides and also so I can get all the lumps out. And if you're using a gloved hand, you can feel them. Now I'm going to say something here that I hope goes right into your head. Do not clean this cup out in your sink. It will make like cement in your sink, and you don't want that. You don't want that in your drain. So you're going to just mix it in here, rinse your cup up outside. And if you forget and pour it down your sink, don't blame me. This is so easy, and you can make so many projects with this. I think I got it pretty good. You can get deco art paint from Michael's, and your grandkids will love doing this. All right, so mine's mixed up really good. I'm actually going to throw my glove away right now because I don't need it. All right, so, and then when I fill these up, I've already cleaned these out to make sure there's no hair or dust in them. Now they're going to have bubbles in them because you introduce air when you're mixing it, and air and water. But notice how this fills them up exactly. That's because I have done this so many times. Okay, so you can see we've got some bubbles here. And what I usually will do is just kind of pull the sides so that it fills in completely around underneath here. And the bubbles are coming to the top. That's what I want, because I don't want any air pockets. If there's any more room to fill it after I do that, I'll put a little more in. If you've got it right up to the top, that will really help with the bubbles. And then I do this little tapping. I just tap, 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 tap. And that brings the bubbles up to the top. All right, so that's all I do. And now I'm gonna show you after it's dried. And by the way, you can wait a couple hours, you can wait overnight, whatever you wanna do. I'm gonna show you what it's like when you take them out. I'll do that next. Stay tuned. Here we go. Okay, so it's been a few hours, so I'm gonna take the silicone off. So let me just show you how easy that is. Just pop them right off. There you go. Look at that perfect rock. Now it's darker than the others because this one's drier. You're gonna wanna put it aside and let it just dry. Usually dry for a couple weeks before you use it. There's number one. And let's try this one too. So, hear a little cracking and crunch, and that's the excess that was up here. And that came out perfect. Look at that. Look at that. So I'll link to the supplies down below, and isn't this easy? Now you can make rocks for any purpose that you need in your art world. I'll see you later.